From the campus of Harris-Stowe State University, this is Connect with Jade Harrell. And welcome to Connect with Jade Harrell. I'm Jade Harrell, and I am thrilled to connect with Harris-Stowe State University, the only HBCU in St. Louis, and they are innovating new ways for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Ladies, it is truly a pleasure and honor to be sitting here with you. It represents so much to me, I don't even know how to express the inspiration I get from being here with the both of you. I've learned, I've watched, I've experienced so many things that have elevated me personally and professionally. Didn't mean to go into all of that, but since we're here, I might as well tell it. Let's start with you. You handpicked this lady for this program, and somebody handpicked you. I see you already had your hands full, but I think folks need to understand your heart, because if they take a look in your recent history, across your experience, it's the same through line of commitment. Let's reintroduce to some and to others for the first time. What is it that drives you in this work and the difference that you've been making in so many places?
Probably, first of all, thank you for having me. And thank you for sharing your story, because you are absolutely the epitome of who we love to serve. And so thank you for being part of our journey. I'm a little black girl from Kenloch, and my grandmother instilled in me the importance of business, with us learning about others having more opportunities than we did. And so it comes from way back. And so learning that we didn't have the same opportunities that others did, I was always driven to make sure that I could play any small part in making sure that we did. And coming to Harris-Stowe, and I have to say, you said I was handpicked, and I agree that when I came, to Harris-Stowe, Dr. Collins Smith said, we've had a building over there for years. And I'd love for it to be the CIE. And she walked away, and I never heard from her again.
Wow.
Because she trusted me and empowered me to pick the right people to do this work. Because I'm not doing the work, the team is doing the work between Kristy and Brandy and many facilitators. But I've studied access to digital technologies, and just have always seen the inequities, and have always been very passionate about making sure that I'm doing something to help along with the many others across the region.
Wow, I love that. You know, she's so humble, but it's something, Kristy, and you've been committed to this work. It's actually, your mission is tied to her story, having access, having those opportunities. You've stepped in for many years to fill in those spaces. What's it like for you being so uniquely qualified to, now that there's room, access, opportunity, trust to do the work, what's that like for you to bring those worlds together and be able to deliver here?
Jade, I tell you, if there's one thing that you can do, you get straight to the heart of the matter. And I am really trying to hold back tears, because this opportunity, I realized that I was born for this work. My journey has intentionally aligned to this role as the director, the supporter, the cheerleader, the sometimes co-visionary leader of the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And I am so grateful. I am so grateful for every moment, every struggle, every challenge that I have experienced as an entrepreneur myself, entering the space with my husband and I about 10, 15 years ago, just trying to understand what this St. Louis entrepreneurship ecosystem is, who are the players, how do you enter it, how do you become seen and heard and valued in it if you are not working in a particular industry? And at the time, it was simply technology. And that was not our space. It was service, it was consulting, it was training and development, because we understand the value of education and access to that information and building business acumen, right? Those are gaps that we had because we had to figure it out ourselves because we didn't see ourselves represented in particular spaces where that education was taking place. So I am adamant, I am so grateful to be connected with my purpose partner, Dr. Stacy Gee Hollins. We always say that this work is personal for us. It really, really is. I am so grateful that we have the opportunity to serve the Harris-Stowe State University Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship. But to be honest, we would do this work from the corner. We would do this work in our churches.
And you have.
And we have.
And you have.
We will do this work wherever the people in the community are that need us.
You've been given the latitude and the trust and the opportunity to carry out a vision that brings those things to bear. It is very personal. Because I think we miss, these businesses are extensions of ourselves. One of the questions I've asked often is, well, what sets you apart? And your team has come back every time, in class and even in interviews. You are the difference. You are the difference. Now, I can be the difference in name, brand, idea, but I'm the difference. The difference in my community, the difference of the success or the longevity of my business, and I'm the difference of myself, whether or not I'm going to be the thing in the way. And you all have been able to create a space to figure that out, but not just figuring it out. Get good at it. Get out here and implement it and impact. I don't know what you had planned when she left you out there and you're lonesome in the to say, handle it. Share with us the vision, because this is like something we haven't seen. Even to be called Mecca, it's just seems so laser precise. Share with us that vision and what you did looking into the abyss.
I'm like Kristy. I think it was ordained long before me, because I literally sat on a couch on a Sunday from 7 o'clock in the morning till midnight writing it, and it just kept coming.
You honor the giver of that gift by having done that.
But I couldn't have done it without my partners in this work.
But see, get that. When we're called, there's no vision without provision. So same way you were getting prepared, he's preparing you, preparing me for such a time as this. We wouldn't even feel like this if it wasn't so deep. But what's special and even more unique is because we also relate to that struggle.
The struggle.
It's the struggle.
And that isolation.
Now you done got me here.
I love to see it.
We can do that on this one.
Yes, we can.
Need tissue.
Yes.
This is the difference.
Brandon, you have some tissue? Girl, ain't nobody
was
tell me this what this was.
If we'd have told you, you wouldn't have said
yes. Listen, because it's coming. You best believe it's coming.
I'm going to say something about this.
It's coming.
And we're back because we had to get some tissues. Because we can do that on this kind of program. And we did not warn Dr. Hollins that this is what she was coming into. But that's the idea behind Connect with Jade, that we do go deeper and that we do talk about the very core and heart of these things. That's what makes us thrive. Now, we said we understood the struggle. We had to get the tissue because being in that place and knowing that place, there's such a relief and a liberation when you can find some connections, some strength, some answers, and some clarity. And you're writing this down. You're just delivering, coming to whatever's being downloaded, to what we're sitting in right now. We are on camera in the CIE.
Yes, the vision is real.
The vision is real. What are some of the lessons you brought over that now are what Kristy will describe a little bit more in the program?
Yes. We went, I wanted to mention we went through Mecca. We talked about the word Mecca because it's so important for various communities. And should we do it? Should we use it?
And what does Mecca mean for those?
So it means Minority Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center for Advancement.
Minority Entrepreneurship Collaborative Center for Advancement.
I have to give out a shout out to China Bowen. We were on a call and I shared my vision with her, and she said it sounds like a black Mecca, and Mecca stuck with me, and I couldn't get the word out of my head, and so I kept saying, what words make up Mecca? I came up with some words, it didn't work, and then finally it just came through, like you said. And then we went back and forth. Should we do this? Because it's important to other cultures and things like that. And it has been the one thing that has surpassed us all.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But,
so why specifically minority?
Well, first
because
of all,
you could serve for what you're doing. That vision is applicable everywhere.
It was important to do that.
Well, just for clarity, we do serve all.
We do.
The Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship is that community space. It is that hub that serves as that connection point for entrepreneurs and leaders and innovators in our city across all walks of life, across all cultures, experience levels. But Mecca is a specific program. Mecca is our baby because we understand the disparities with Black and brown entrepreneurs. And specifically, this is a safe space in St. Louis. We are, there are so many opportunities for us to grow as it relates to inclusion here in St. Louis.
Come on.
And so we could not recognize the elephant in the room. And we wanted to be intentional about serving and designing programs that are specific. And I know the word is specific, but I'm saying specific because that's how intentional we are about meeting people where they are, Black and brown entrepreneurs. We are they. This is us.
Exactly.
This is us. Mecca is a mirror. It is a mirror to our entrepreneurs and leaders, aspiring entrepreneurs, experienced entrepreneurs that come. And it's really about the community. And, you know, I don't want people to think that we are sacrificing excellence and rigor and, you know, being forward as it relates to things and industries and innovation and entrepreneurship, because that is definitely not the case. But we are going to meet you where you are and allow you to stay in the journey, in the community, until you don't need us anymore.
I think that's important for us because we often hear about minority businesses, the level of excellence or lack of excellence. And it is our space to make sure that they have the knowledge and skills to not be in that group that are talked about not being up to par.
That's right.
And to be able to help those that are not get up to par and beyond. It's so important. We have intentionally listened to our community.
That's right.
You said, people are going to say, I don't need this program. I've been doing this forever. We knew very well what you had done, what you have contributed, the superstar that you are. We know it. But that does not mean that you had what you needed to get there. But we remove the pride of it all. We say, come and join us on this journey and get in where you fit in. You don't have to be there. We don't want you there. We want to help you get there.
Are you enjoying the show? Show some love to those that make it possible. Our sponsors, vendors, and partners.
We'll be right back.
For more information about our guests and to share your ideas, connect with us. # Connect with Jade Harrell on socials. Back with Harris-Stowe State University, the CIE, and Mecca. What are some of the things that you have now in place for us to experience?
I have to say that we've talked about Mecca quite a bit. You will talk about it more with Brandy, but what the funders have provided this opportunity
There it
for us.
is.
The partners have provided
How do you find funders when everybody's looking for money?
And it comes from the vision.
Exactly.
It comes from the vision. I took that vision that I was able to write from morning till night, and then started putting it in front of valued partners, and they wanted to be a part of this work. What I'm excited about is moving from Mecca to CIE, because it's an elevation for our people who have been engaged in Mecca. So now we get to take you on a new journey. To engage you into other communities that now you feel comfortable going into, because you're starting to establish yourself.
Oh my goodness.
To expand not only entrepreneurship, but non-for-profits. Kristy can talk about the programs that we're moving into, but couldn't have done it without funding, and to be able to help you with those resources you just talked about.
You know, another interesting thing is that by having gone through that experience, getting the vision, putting it down, you actually live the program that you're offering.
Yes,
Kristy,
we have to remind ourselves that we are a startup as well. And so we understand all the starts, the stops, the pivots, right? The emotions that are connected. There's probably not a week that goes by that we're not crying about something related to Mecca, because again, it's in our soul. We live it, we breathe it, we eat it. And what we've done is removed assumptions. Oftentimes programs are created, and again, without our partners and our funders in alignment with the vision and trusting us and giving us the flexibility to really build programs that are research-based, that are in alignment with the true needs of those that we are serving. We're not just forcing people to fit into prescribed programs because we assume that they need them. We are really listening. Where are the gaps? We had our startup accelerator for those that have been in business 1 to 3 years, and then we realized, well, there are those that are scaling up, and that's where you were in.
Thank God.
But we realized a part of startup that, you know, even though you've been in business 1 to 3 years, some people are still figuring it out. And so we knew that, you know, there were some that really didn't have clarity of the ideas that they had. So we created Spin Up, because that is a safe space for you to learn about design thinking, for you to learn about ideation, for you to toss your ideas around and get real feedback on whether it's a viable idea for you. And they're learning how to craft a pitch for that business idea. So we are ever growing. We have learned that there was a difference. We had our startup and scale up nonprofit and for-profit business owners together originally. But we learned that there was a different set of needs. And so from there, we created Funding for Founders, which is focused on the specific needs of nonprofit business owners. They're learning how to make the ask. They're learning how to pitch. They're learning how to network. They're learning how to budget, right? And so we are ever evolving and listening to what our community says is needed.
Absolutely.
And that would not be possible without collaborative partners, because we can't do it by ourselves.
The evolving component speaks volumes too, because even as a scale up, I needed to revisit my idea that may have looked like something as my spin up or even as the startup. But as it evolved, as technology came on board, as experience and seasoned and environments came around, that all needed to be redefined. So it's like a living organism. You've given birth.
It truly is.
Dr. Hollins.
Truly is.
It's doing the work. You know, you go into business to do what you do, but then there's a business aspect that our community figure it out. We figure it out, and we've been figuring it out for a very long time without the support in place. And so this is really truly just a community for you to say, it's okay, let's figure this out together.
Absolutely.
In community, then the difference made is that those lessons are shared.
Yes.
They are collaborated,
Operationalized.
Yes. And in partnership, man, you can extend the reach of your hands. Through this. So this was an offering for students of Harris-Stowe State University. By the way, the only historically black college university in St. Louis. But it's well beyond the campus map, boundary map. When I hear you talk, when you speak of this, it feels like something that could really revolutionize and change not just our region, but generations. Mm-hmm. How did it go from, this is what we're offering our students, to encompassing the surrounding community?
I believe in our hearts, it started with the community, but we had the scholars. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about it, scholars are the community.
That's right.
So there's a very large percentage of scholars at Harris-Stowe who live in our communities. Yeah. So I see no delineation. Yeah. It's all community. Mm-hmm. And some of the community attend Harris-Stowe and some of them do not.
Right. Right.
So it has just grown, the community has grown much larger. More students are getting engaged. We are adamant about the fact that entrepreneurship doesn't live in the business school. It lives across the university. Mm-hmm. And so there are entrepreneurial chemists, there are entrepreneurial geospatial scientists, there are entrepreneurial consultants, but they don't just live in the business school. Wow. So it's community. Mm-hmm. Some are scholars, some are not. Yeah. It started with us always thinking about the community. Kristy was in the community.
Right.
And that's where we met.
Yeah.
And so partnership grew there. Yeah. Kristy and I have gone back and forth about whether this is our partnership together. Mm-hmm. And started in an empty room with a prayer that it worked out. God, yes. And so Kristy was in the community. I went to a workshop that Kristy held, and I said, I want her in my tribe.
Exactly.
You know, so it started with community. Wow. And community helped me build. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what makes this conversation perfect for this program that really is an outgrowth from the learnings that I've gained from being connected. It takes me to a time when that's what progress in our community looked like. Yes. Our teachers were of community. We had businesses that supported and circulated a dollar that helped our This reminds me of hope. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to be sharing in depth and helping people get to know and connect with it. What is your bizpiration? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, if you don't remember, all of the programs that we talk about, if you don't remember that we are connected to a historic Black university, I want you to remember that you are welcome here. Mm-hmm. No matter what stage of belief in yourself that you have, how many people have told you you cannot be an entrepreneur, you don't have what it takes. If you feel that you don't have the resources to begin, just come. Just say hello. Just get curious about what we're doing here, because there is a place for you. We are building this space for you. For you. And so that's what we want people to remember about the CIE. Mm-hmm. This is an ecosystem within an ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And I love that you talked about, needing to circle back. People don't leave CIE in Mecca. Right. We have literally had participants from a cohort a year ago that just happened to be driving by and came in and sat in class. And we said, hi, Miss Susie, you welcome here anytime. Right. I just miss my Mecca family. And that is okay. So I want people to know that this is a space where you are going to grow. We're going to challenge you because, again, as we said, we are serious about the work. We are aware of the gaps that exist. And so we want you to be as prepared as possible to compete. We are about our business here at the CIE,
About it.
but we meet you where you are. And so some stay for a little bit and some stay for a long bit. But you are welcome at any stage of your journey, of your entrepreneurship journey.
Not only are you welcome, we're excited to have you here. We are inspired when you are here. We are just very glad that you continue to come, that you're thinking about coming, to share the space with us. This is a safe space for you all.
And this is why we're spending time leaning in, getting close and connected to Harris-Stowe State University's CIE. I am honored to be a part of this ecosystem and to be able to share it with you. Stay connected, learn more, and you are welcome here. Stick with us. We have more to come on Connect with Jade Harrell. So this is me 22, or you're saying I got 2 minutes left?
That's 20 minutes.
Oh, so I was in 30 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it was 4
Countdown
minutes.
from 5.
Right, I'm like,
Yeah.
is